Hi, thanks for dropping into another lesson. Today we are going to be looking at double beat and triple beat. Now this exercise all relates to double stroke rolls. Now for most drummers, marching drummers, kit drummers, any drummers, playing a nice strong double stroke roll is most people's goal. Now what often happens is people get a weak roll. So whereas what they want is... Now to develop the ability to do that, I guess you could just practice those rolls on their own lots of times, but the most efficient way of doing that is to break the big chunk down to a smaller chunk. And so what we do is we just work on our right hand's ability to play these doubles and our left hand's ability to play these doubles, and then inevitably when we play rolls, the rolls get stronger. And so this exercise is all about playing twos, but we also have a go at playing threes. Why do we play threes? Well, by practicing threes, twos become easier and better and stronger. So let's have a go at playing it. I learnt this parrot fashion. So parrot fashion means that I play some, you play it. So I go da 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 da, and you go da 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 da. Now parrot fashion is actually, it's pretty much the way humans learn to speak. So it's not necessarily a bad way of learning. However, when you learn parrot fashion with this particular one, you don't really necessarily understand the maths and the timing behind it. So we'll learn it parrot fashion first, so you get the tune in your head, and we'll break it down. So it just sounds like this. So there's 4 quick doubles and 2 slow ones at the end. Now, as I said, the timing of this is the crucial part. So what we've got is a bar 16th notes where we would normally count 1 E under, 2 E under, 3 E under, 4 E under, and we're taking some of those out. So some people would call this broken 16th notes. So we're actually going to be playing 1 E, 2 and E and 4 and 1 E, 4 and. It's going to be easier for you to understand, I think, if I put a metronome on. So step 1 is join in with me.
1, 2, 3.
With this guy shouting out. So it's 1, 2,
3, 4.
1, 2,
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Now there's not much for you to go off, is there? So what I would suggest is we change it to 16th notes like this.
1 E and 2 E and 3 and
then we lock into 1 E, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E, 2 and 3 and 4, and we let those other notes flow around.
3 and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1 E and
So a method of getting your interpretation correct, and I'll talk about what interpretation is in a moment, is to play the left hands in between. So you go... So all the broken 16th notes, you unbreak them, you put a left hand in between. Now interpretation then, so what are we talking about there? If I play this exercise using parrot fashion, which again, as I said, this is probably the way I played it when I first learned it, all I know is there's 4 quick doubles and then 2 slow ones at the end. So I could play it like this. Which is miles off, or I could even get reasonably close and even do it with a metronome if I do quarter notes, but still be wrong. So in this case, our interpretation is those 4 16th notes, which happen 4 times, is being exactly in line with those 16th notes, the ones we're playing. So the first part you can see is actually 1 E, a 2. So I'd have to lock in with 1 E, a 2, 1 E, a 2. The second one would be 2 and a, 2 and a. Third one's going 3 E and 4, 3 E and 4. And the last part's 4 and. Does that make sense? So if I try it again with the metronome, I'll put some 16th notes on. And what we'll do now is we'll put some accents in there so you can hear the downbeats. So I'd suggest this is the best way of practicing it. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Now, technique-wise, what we're after is we're after big full strokes because, as I said, we're working on rolls that are going to be big and full. And what we want is we want even volume. So when I play those two doubles, I want both of those to be the same volume. And then what I'm doing is I'm basically pulling the stick back. So I'm almost playing like this. And in my head, that's kind of what I think about. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and that's how I get the turn, especially in my left hand. I've got to bend those two bones in my arm to get that full turn. So try it again and think of that. We play it twice with each hand. Right, left, right, left. Then we go to triple beat. Triple beat's a lot easier because triple beat lines up nice and easy. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and again we're trying to get an even volume on all three. If it goes down slightly in volume, that's fine, but we're trying to get it fairly strong. And again, I'm trying to pull up after that third one. So this is the 3 section. And what you need to do is constantly adjust. Even myself then, I was thinking then in the middle of that, my left sounded a little bit like this. So in my head, I'm starting to think, well, actually, I've got to bring out the second and third note. So it's an ongoing regime of practice, this is, to try and master these. Okay, let's try that second section with a metronome, and we do the whole thing. 1, 2, 3. So now let's try the whole thing. 1, 2. Let's go a little bit faster, which might mean I drop my heights a little bit. Now, if threes get us better at doubles, why not practice fours? Well, some drum lines do. Now, this isn't part of this same exercise, but I would also maybe mess around with fives, tens, 12s, whatever you can do, all right? As we get faster, we're going to use the momentum of the stick a little bit to get those doubles. So more like this. And so on, but we got to be real careful it doesn't turn into where we've no idea about how it's lining up. Now, When we go super fast, you're going to see I'm using less of the fingers and more of the arm from here. But again, I start to close them, so I need to be very careful with that. So the majority of this exercise is going to be using the rebound and a little bit of fingers, a little bit of wrist motion here, and maybe a tiny bit of arm, but not so much arm. As I get faster, I might use a little bit more of the arm motion, and everything gets a little bit lower. So double beat, short beat, real good exercise. Eventually, if you sit and practice that for half an hour, it's going to allow those to be a lot stronger. If you've enjoyed this lesson, please let me know. I read all the comments. Maybe subscribe, hit the bell notification if you're watching on YouTube. And I'll see you back in the next lesson. Thanks for watching. See you again.